Well, guys, they did it again. I cannot wait to show you how, in an attempt to completely destroy Donald Trump through TDS and trying to seize on this whole Epstein thing, just like I told you they were going to do, they have managed to undermine their position and unify the entire right against them because they're doing the same tricks, just a different day. Guys, this is a big one. Make sure you send this one out. You hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. We've got a country to save, and I'm going to walk you through how you just passed the cult test. And on top of that, we're back in the same place we were before. All right, everything will be linked. As I mentioned, I always bring the receipts. Make sure you follow me at Braden LOA on X. And now let's dive into this. I'm going to try to do this quickly. I got a lot of stuff that I really want to hit. I've got to just commend all of you guys for standing by your principles on the initial feeling of this entire thing. So, when I've been covering this Epstein debacle that showed up, I covered it from two perspectives, and you can let me know if I landed this plane, if I did this well, if I didn't do this well. The importance to the overall agenda of which we are trying to achieve to help this country. The entire point was establishing and reinforcing that trust that people had a problem with perception of when things are not provided, it will be made up, i.e., this whole letter that the Wall Street Journal just put out. I'm going to cover that whole thing in a second because it is laughable. It's all about perception and trust. And I hope I landed that plane because this has been, in my opinion, mostly remedied. But it's all about this right here. And I'm going to show you why I think it's remedied here in a second. 2026 generic congressional ballot. Now, we are 18 months away. This is a long way away. But this is why I covered this in an individual screenshot. Independents, right here. Democrats, 62, 25%. So if that happens, that is an area of opportunity. We can work on that. Again, our gun right push lives within the broader Republican push. I don't necessarily love that fact. It is just reality. So this is why I've been covering this, because the perception, the boiling up, the toiling of this was impacting this number right here. Okay. Now, when I said earlier in this video that you guys passed the cult test, I'm going to walk you through that because the left calls us all cultists. Oh my God, you support Trump, and because I don't believe it on the left, therefore you're a cult member. You'll do whatever he says. Does that seem to be the case in this scenario? Because from where I sit, you guys have a set amount of principles. You have a set amount of expectations. They weren't met in your opinion, and so you provided feedback upon that. All based on the positive outcome of we need to do this to fix this and achieve our combined goals. Right? We had a very designated direction on this. Now, cults don't do that. And then as they're calling you a cult and they're making up information, they just completely destroy their whole narrative. All right, watch this. So I put this post out earlier. Credit where credit is due. The Department of Justice has filed a motion to unseal grand jury testimony in the Jeffrey Epstein case. Transparency to the American people is of utmost importance to this administration, says Pam Bondi when she filed it. Okay, here's the thing. Because Trump actually came out and said, Bondi, you are ordered to do this one thing, release the information, he now has done what he's supposed to do. The left can't berate him on the fact that he didn't do anything. They can't make up information in the absence of information provided. Even if it does not immediately give you everything, he has now ordered Bondi to do it. I think that these people deserve to be under the jail. Anybody who does anything like this to children, from a trafficking to the actual actions we're talking about, bye, gone toast. But that's why we covered this. That's why we talked about this from our perspective. Because when you look at this, and Trump basically saying this, I've ordered the Justice Department to release it, now they can't say Trump's hiding anything because he just ordered them to release it. That's the whole point. And honestly, full credit to Donald Trump to actually doing it. Full credit to Bondi to actually listening and not being, historical. And then full credit to you guys. All right, now let's get into the crazy. So this part right here, because a lot of you guys I got a little bit of mixed feedback that's saying that I was kind of being a little too critical. It wasn't me being critical of Trump himself. It was me being critical of the potential for people to make stuff up in the absence of information provided, right? That's why this is so important. But now let's get back to making stuff up. So this guy's a lefty. What you're looking at on screen is an actual file of the image that Wall Street Journal released, and they finally got him. So after, 20 years, 10 years of them putting him through absolute hell on earth, they just happen to now find this one. Yeah, they spent millions upon millions of dollars, and multiple attorneys general went after him in state level for 2 years, and they were just sitting on this one the whole time. Guys, come on now, come on now. Okay, so as you can see, this is the big new damning thing. It's stupid. It is literally idiotic. Even the leftist media is calling it idiotic. But why am I telling you about it? Because this right here, in the absence of information provided, they decided to make it up. Their TDS took over and they went too far, and now everyone's unifying, and this entire thing is going to fail miserably. Watch this. Let's keep going. So in this one, I'm going to show you how even CNN's Abby Phillips says this whole thing is so made up, it's unifying everybody. Yeah, because you guys are TDS driving psychopaths. All right, let's get it. Watch this.
It's nothing like a sex scandal to unite MAGA world behind Donald Trump. I mean, it is pretty amazing. It's like clockwork. It's almost as if Donald Trump released this thing himself, because he could not have united some of these folks more effectively than the Wall Street Journal story.
That's the whole point, guys. The reason that we branch out from the 2A and then this and go back and forth and tie it all together is because it's all linked together. All of these things, the left does this on gun control too. They do this on everything. She literally just said Donald Trump could not have done something better to unify the party because the far left is so insanely TDS obsessed. This is why I've covered this entire thing. It is completely related back to all the things that we care about, from country to border to security to the 2A, all of it. All right, now let me show you how CNN is openly saying that this is absolute crap. Watch this. Different clip.
I looked at an awful lot of documents of President Trump's for a variety of reasons when I was representing him, and this does feel strange. I mean, I know people are going to disagree. We've got a sketch of the New York, sight lines, but the combination of typing, of saying these things, of doodling a woman, none of it seems all that authentic to me from the outside. I know that's not conclusive, but if they pointed that out to the Journal and said this is out of character, not ours, and you don't have something to back it up, then they're going to have some liability. I looked at an awful lot.
And here's the whole thing, guys, and this is why I'm covering this. They're not only going to have some liability. Wall Street Journal can't provide the letter. They can't provide the card that they're reporting on. They can't do any of it. It's all making it up to meet the situation because they think they have something. They obviously don't. There's going to be liability issues. It is out of context. He doesn't doodle on anything, and it is 100% odd. Again, reinforcing, though, if they had this the whole time, why didn't they cover it? Good Lord. Anyway, let's keep going. I got some more stuff for you. The Wall Street Journal refused to show us the letter and conceded they don't even have it in their possession when we asked them to verify the alleged document they're basing their entire fake story on. Impossibly bad. Just a matter of time. But like I said, in the absence of things, they're just going to make it up. And wouldn't you know it, wrapping this entire little... you can't even really describe this as a piece. You could describe this as a hit piece, maybe. I think it's just made up psychopath. Anyway, Wall Street Journal reporter who wrote the Epstein hit piece on President Trump has a connection to founder of Fusion GPS, which was funded by Hillary and the DNC to produce the Russia hoax. Uh-oh. Now you got strings going back to the same people who made the other hoaxes. Guys, I told you, Trump is not going to be forever damaged on this. Those people are going to come back because it's very clear what's happening right now. The left went too far. Way too far. Now they're just making stuff up again. It's the exact same thing from the same authors and the same people from the same connections. And goes back to the DNC. Good God. All right. Let's keep on going. Let's go to CNN's Michael Schmerkonish. He has something else and he cast doubt on it. Watch this.
It's hard to believe that the president would have written the imaginary conversation between himself and Epstein 22 years ago. I mean, listen to some of the back and forth. Jeffrey. Yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald. Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Jeffrey. As a matter of fact, it was clear to me last time I saw you. Donald. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday. And may every day be another wonderful secret. That doesn't sound like something Donald Trump would write.
That's the point. Even CNN is like, this is total crap. That's it, guys. What we talked about earlier was the consideration of, in the absence of information, people will make it up. The left took that opportunity, tied it back together with the whole Russiagate, Fusion GPS, Hillary Clinton DNC tied machine that also we've seen for the last 10 years to basically just make stuff up on Trump. And they managed to lose all credibility, even worse than the original problem. It's like a comedy of errors, and you can't get enough clowns in the car. But that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.